Kia ora koutou, welcome back to RJ's Wild Walks. Today we're on Maungatautari, or Sanctuary Mountain as it's known. It's one of the biggest predator-free enclosures in the southern hemisphere. It is the biggest in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And we're going to hike up to the top and then we'll come down and check out one of the loops down the bottom. Let's get to the loop.
In 2006, a 47-kilometre pest-free fence was completed, encircling 3,400 hectares, the largest ecological sanctuary of its kind in Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Right, so we're currently following the fence line right next to me. So this track I'm on now, this is the free one going to the summit. But if you actually want to go into the reserve and do some of the loops, you have to pay. So we'll probably do that on the way down, pay and go do the loop inside the actual reserve. Even just entering through this way, there's so much more birds. We're just not fast enough with the camera to capture them.
The fence has allowed native species to thrive free from predators like stoats, rats and possums. From the moment you step in, the forest wraps around you, towering tawa, ringu and tree ferns. You might hear tieke, saddlebacks, piwakawaka or even the rare kokako if you are lucky.
Hear the beautiful bird song just echoing through the forest. Stunning.
For centuries, Maungatautari has been a place of significance to local iwi, including Ngāti Koroki Kahukura and Ngāti Hua. The mountain provided food, shelter and spiritual connection.
So I've just made the turn off onto the Te Tonga track. It's really narrowed down, a lot denser, a lot more tree roots to be aware of. Oof. So still narrow track, lots of tree roots to navigate, steep sections, a fair few down trees as well, just be careful of. Only some hard bits, but all in all it's not too bad. It's pretty good. See all the birds. Oh, on the down tree in front of me. The climb's gotten a lot steeper. It's a lot harder now. Ooh. Ooh. Got a few drops on my head, a little bit of rain. Hopefully the weather holds out, because it'll make it very slippery on the way down otherwise. Ooh.
It's often referred to as Te Monga o Te Atua, the mountain of the gods. Its many streams and forests were once home to tupuna who lived in balance with the land. Past sites can still be found on the mountain, reminders of its strategic importance and the lives once lived here.
Oh. Mahi ua. Not sure if you can see it, but you can see the view just behind the trees. It looks like it's raining though, so it's quite hard to see. A lot of low cloud. Here's my first person view of climbing all that. So I'm not quite at the summit, almost there. I'm just at the rocky outcrop. In the distance I can just peek through the clouds to see some views. I don't know if you can see it, maybe just. Oh, so I'm almost there. So a little more push. I'm going down lots now. It says the summit's another 500 meters, another 500 meters this way, but that it was a 90 meter elevation gain from where I was earlier at the top of the rocky crop. So that must mean I've got quite a big climb when I get towards the end. Fun. Descending the rocky outcrop seemed to go on for ages. And just thinking the further it goes down means the further I'm going to have to climb back up again afterwards. a lot further than I thought. So just passed another sign saying towards the peak. About 25 minutes to go. Far out. And I think the All Trails lied. It said I think it was 8 kilometres return. I've already done 6.5k and I'm not even at the summit. So this hike itself, definitely not a good hike for kids. Very steep in places with drop-offs. So I've made it to the summit finally of Maungatautari. 797 meters of elevation. Sadly, no views, but still awesome climb, awesome effort. There was so much hard work towards the end. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and the maps were lying. It told me it was 4 kilometers to the summit, but it said more like just over 7, I believe, by the time I got here. so I've just made it back down. All up it took me 4.5 hours.
13.5 kilometers and 648 meters elevation gain.
So hopefully I've saved enough energy just to do a little loop track down the bottom. My family's just arrived, so I'll do it with them since it's a nice family walk. But for the Te Tonga track itself, for how hard it is, just because of that last section, I would say it's an 8 out of 10. It's up there with Te Araha, how hard it would be. For views, obviously today wasn't the best day for views, but it's still beautiful hearing the bird song, being in the native forest. So yeah, 4 out of 10, 4 or 5 out of 10 for views.
I'm going to end this video here after an exhausting but unforgettable summit hike on Maungatautari. The bird song, the history and the feeling of being surrounded by untouched Ngāhere forest make this place truly special. Make sure to tune in next time when we return here to explore the family-friendly loop track on Maungatautari, a chance to experience the sanctuary from another perspective. Remember, every step you take in nature is a step closer to understanding yourself and the world around you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Stay wild.